We just need a moment, please.
This place has good bones.
It has families, kids, lives.
We're offering relocation assistance.
Relocation to where?
Blurring the streetlights into halos of amber. Elena Voss stood at the narrow kitchen counter, her fingers tracing the edge of the official letter. Eviction. 90 days. The building, her building, with its creaking floors and the faint scent of lavender from Mrs. Alvarez's apartment next door, was being sold. Demolished, probably, for something shiny and unaffordable. Mom? Lily's voice drifted from the tiny living room, small and sleepy. Is dinner ready? Elena folded the letter and slipped it away. Almost, baby. Spaghetti again. Your favorite. She stirred the pot, steam rising like quiet prayers. At 37, Elena had mastered turning almost into enough. Teaching 4th grade, raising Lily alone after her father disappeared before their daughter's first birthday, finding joy in small rituals. These were her anchors. The apartment might be cramped, with its second-hand furniture and windows that rattled in the wind, but it held love in every crayon drawing taped to the fridge and every bedtime story whispered in the dark. She carried plates to the wobbly table. Lily's gap-toothed grin lit the room. Can we watch the stars after? Mrs. Alvarez said the rain might stop. We'll see, Elena said, brushing a curl from her daughter's forehead. Their hands swung together on morning walks to school. Evenings held homework, cartoons, and the comfort of shared blankets. It was a warm, imperfect life, built on resilience and unconditional love.
Before we dive deeper, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.
The building tour arrived on a Saturday. Elena had planned a park outing, but management insisted everyone be present. She stood with neighbors in the hallway, Mrs. Alvarez clutching her rosary beads, young Marcus from 3B shifting uncomfortably as suited representatives moved through the apartments. The last man to enter filled the narrow space. Alexander Harrington, mid-40s, silver threading his dark hair, presence commanding, yet somehow burdened. His eyes scanned the peeling wallpaper and water stains with practiced detachment, but inside, a familiar twist pulled at him. Asterisk standard acquisition. These buildings are liabilities. Progress demands clearance. You've done this dozens of times. Asterisk then, he stepped into Elena's apartment. Children's drawings on the fridge, the scent of tomato sauce and crayons, the little girl peeking shyly from behind her mother's leg. The calculation faltered. They're not numbers. Not today. Don't look too closely. This one is good bones, one aide murmured. Elena stepped forward, arms crossed. It has families, kids, lives. Their gazes met. Alex felt the steel in her voice land like an unexpected mirror to the boy he once was. We're offering relocation assistance, he said, the words automatic even as conflict stirred beneath. The boy who once scavenged meals now taking homes to ensure he never felt powerless again. Relocation to where? Elena asked. Lily pressed close. Somewhere with a waiting list longer than your profit margin? Alex held her stare a moment longer, something unspoken flickering in his gray eyes, then moved on. In the hallway, he paused, jaw tight. It's just business. They adapt, but the image of the child's wide eyes and the mother's fierce protectiveness followed him into the car, cracking something long buried. Weeks blurred for Elena with paperwork, school meetings, and quiet worry. Lily drew pictures of their building with sad stick-figure families waving goodbye, asking at bedtime if their home would disappear like a bad dream. Elena held her close, humming old lullabies, her own heart heavy but steady for her daughter. Then Alex appeared at the park one drizzly afternoon, hands in pockets, watching children on the swings. He looked out of place in his dark sweater, yet drawn there as if pulled by invisible threads. Stalking your next acquisition? Elena asked, protective fire rising even as his presence stirred something unexpected. I walk here sometimes, he said softly. Clears the head after too many screens and decisions. A pause. Your daughter has your fire. It's rare. Lily was chasing a ball nearby, oblivious. Elena's protective instinct flared, but something in his tone disarmed her. She has to. World doesn't make it easy for us. They talked about the old oak trees that had stood for decades, the city's restless change, the way rain made everything smell cleaner. Alex spoke sparingly of his foster care childhood, the hunger that forged his relentless drive for control and success. Elena shared fragments of teaching bright young minds and the everyday miracles of single motherhood. His rare, low laugh surprised her. Her steady warmth eased an emptiness in his chest he rarely acknowledged. In his sleek downtown office later that evening, Alex stared at the glowing acquisition files. She doesn't know it's my company behind the notices. Every conversation is built on half-truths. Walk away before you break something beautiful. Yet the memory of Elena's quiet strength and Lily's trusting smile kept him returning to the corner cafe, to shared silences over coffee, to accidental brushes of hands that lingered a heartbeat longer than necessary. One golden hour evening in the cafe, their fingers met reaching for the same sugar packet. Warmth traveled up his arm. This feels different.
Real.
Worth the risk of facing what I've become? Why are you here, Alex? Elena asked softly. Because this feels like coming home to something I didn't know I missed, he replied, voice low. Elena still didn't connect him fully to the eviction. The company name on the papers was a subsidiary. She told herself the growing pull was harmless. Friendship. Until Lily got sick. A fever spiked overnight. Elena rushed her to the clinic, panic clawing her chest. No insurance coverage for the specialist the doctor recommended. In desperation, she mentioned it to Alex during a late call. The next day, an anonymous payment cleared the bill. When she confronted him, he shrugged. You shouldn't have to choose between medicine and rent. The connection deepened. Shared silences on evening walks. A night when he helped carry groceries up the stairs after a long day, his shoulder brushing hers in the dim hallway. Lily adored him, calling him Mr. Alex and showing him her drawings. Elena's heart opened in small increments, vulnerability she hadn't allowed in years. Yet the eviction clock ticked. Notices grew sterner. Neighbors began packing. Mrs. Alvarez noticed first, teasing Elena with knowing smiles. That man looks at you like you hung the moon, Mija. And the way he listens to Lily, not many do that. But one revelation hit during a community potluck in the building's courtyard. Alex attended at Elena's quiet invitation. Mrs. Alvarez pulled her aside. That man, Harrington, his company is the one buying us out. I saw the full papers. The truth landed like cold rain. Elena confronted him by the glowing lights, voice trembling. You knew. Alex's face paled, the internal conflict raw in his eyes. I didn't connect it fully at first. Too many subsidiaries, too much distance from the human side. Then I couldn't stop seeing you, your strength, Lily's laugh echoing in these halls. I can fix this. I'm already pausing projects, redesigning plans with community input. The boy who had nothing became the man who took too much without looking. You showed me the cost, Elena. I'm choosing differently now. She asked him to leave that night, needing space to breathe. Elena curled on the couch after tucking Lily in, tears falling silently as the weight of betrayal and budding affection warred inside her. For Alex in his empty penthouse overlooking the glittering city, the moral war raged harder. I rationalized destroying their home for profit margins and legacy. Meeting her cracked every justification I hid behind. He worked through sleepless hours drafting new plans, divesting shares, pushing back against executives who questioned his sudden shift. The conflict became a daily companion, painful but clarifying. Isolation settled over the little apartment. Notices grew harsher. Neighbors began packing boxes. Elena sat on the fire escape one rainy evening, Lily asleep inside, staring at the glowing new towers in the distance. Loneliness pressed close, mingling with doubt. Was every touch calculated? Every laugh a distraction? Lily had asked why Mr. Alex made them leave, her small voice breaking Elena's heart. Hope felt like a luxury slipping away. Alex watched from afar, the ache deepening. He pushed project pauses through his company despite puzzled boardrooms. They think I've gone soft. Maybe softness, compassion, is exactly what I lost long ago in the chase. The moral conflict between empire and humanity drove him toward real amends, not gestures. News of the halted acquisition and community review reached Elena through a neighbor's excited call. The next morning, Alex waited outside the school gates, rain soaking his coat, looking tired but resolute. "I saw it clearly," he said. "Not spreadsheets or profits, but your life, Lily's home, the community that raised her. The walls I built to feel safe became a prison I didn't know I was trapped in. Loving you, both of you, demands I tear them down. I've divested from the most aggressive deals. The building stays. Your voices, the neighbors, will shape what comes next. I want to earn your trust, day by day." Elena searched his face, exhaustion, sincerity, and quiet hope. Lily tugged her sleeve. "Mom, is Mr. Alex sorry? Can he come color dragons again?" In that moment, grace bloomed like the first spring buds. Elena saw the man fighting his past, choosing redemption over ease. "Come inside," she said softly. "We'll talk. All of us." That evening in the warm kitchen, the letter still on the table like a fading shadow. Alex's hands clenched around his mug. "Every day the conflict pour at me. The drive that built an empire versus the harm it caused people like you. I almost lost the best part of my life before I truly saw it. I love you, Elena. Your courage, your heart, and Lily's light. Not as a fix or a transaction, but as the reason I want to be a better man." Elena's fingers found his across the table, steady and warm. "I was terrified, too, of trusting again, of letting someone in who held so much power over our world. But I see you trying, really trying. That matters more than perfect words." Their foreheads touched. The kiss that followed was tender and deep, slow, exploratory, filled with the weight of vulnerability, forgiveness, and emerging joy. Lily peeked in later, giggling at the sight before joining them for hot cocoa, the apartment filled with laughter that pushed the last shadows away. Spring arrived gently, coaxing green shoots from window boxes and the shared courtyard. The building stood renewed, with thoughtful renovations preserving history while adding safety and shared gardens. Plans were shaped by resident voices, including Elena's ideas for a community classroom space. Alex embraced a simpler rhythm, moving into a modest house nearby, trading boardrooms for park benches, school pickups, and weekend hikes where Lily taught him to spot birds. Mornings brought shared coffee on the fire escape, hands intertwined as they watched the neighborhood wake. Alex learned to braid Lily's curls with patient fingers, laughing when they tangled. Elena taught him her grandmother's spaghetti sauce recipe, their shoulders brushing in the small kitchen as music played softly. Evenings held rooftop talks under emerging stars, where Alex opened more about his past and Elena shared dreams she had set aside. One golden dusk, as the sun painted the preserved brick buildings in warm light, Lily chased fireflies below with neighborhood friends. Alex pulled Elena close on the rooftop, his arms a steady, cherished shelter. "The moral war doesn't vanish overnight," he murmured against her hair, voice thick with emotion. "But fighting it with you, with both of you, makes me whole. You gave me back pieces I didn't know I'd lost. Family, purpose beyond profit, love that feels like home." Their kiss lingered, warm and sure, tasting of hope, rain, and belonging. Lily ran up moments later, wrapping her small arms around them both in a fierce hug. "I love our family," she declared, eyes shining. In that embrace, three hearts beating together, love proved its quiet power, not erasing flaws or past mistakes, but redeeming them through courage, daily care, and the beautiful choice to build something lasting. The city lights twinkled below like scattered promises kept, the air scented with blooming jasmine and fresh earth. Elena leaned into Alex, watching their daughter play, her heart full in a way she once thought impossible. This was the story worth carrying forward, a single mother's unyielding strength, a man's hard-won redemption, and the wholesome, enduring beauty of choosing each other, imperfect, devoted, and deeply human, every ordinary, extraordinary day. As night softened the world around them, The three lingered, wrapped in warmth and possibility, the kind of ending that leaves hearts inspired long after the final light fades.